In this video, I would like to show you how to do a flow quantification using METIS. If you look at my screen, you can see that I have loaded two images in my viewport, which is the magnitude and the phase image of the flow series. So both of these series needs to be loaded into QFlow. So select them both from the left-hand side, right mouse click, and then load QFlow. And also in this view, we will see the phase image and the magnitude image. And using your scroll wheel, you can move all the different images. By a single click inside of your region of interest, like this, you can get an initial contour. This initial contour can be propagated using the Auto button. In the movie tool here in the top bar, you can see if the contour is of good quality. In case you need to adapt something, there are tools on the right-hand side that you can use to adapt the contour. After doing this, you can call up the flow results using the show ROI graph results. In this case, we will see that we have a very high regurgitation fraction. This is because in certain images, in certain sequences of certain vendors, there is a very big gradient over the image. So even stationary tissue will have a flow or a velocity. There's some correction methods which can be found after the Apply Background Subtraction button. Here I can click on the drop down and I can, for example, select stationary flow fit. Stationary flow fit is a 1D flow fit which is very generic and can be used for all the vendors. In these images below, you can see that the software detects stationary tissue and it highlights it using the red pixels. So overall, this is good. However, we want to exclude all the non-stationary, which is located here in the middle, which is now included in some parts. So to exclude that, we can see that there is a blue border, which highlights the region of interest that is taken into account for. So I will select on the right-hand side the blue border and I use the trace mode. And then I make sure to start on top of the contour and to exclude the middle part, which is non-stationary tissue, like this. When looking now into these red pixels, we can see that we still have a lot of stationary tissues that are detected, but we have excluded the middle part, which is non-stationary. Now we can again call up the flow results and we see the volume curve with the regurgitation fraction of 16%. Using this camera icon, you can always take a screenshot and put it into your report. So here we see the volume results, but we can also have a look at the mean velocity area, the velocity distribution, and the cumulative distribution. So these results are again also automatically transferred to your report. So for example, here we can see the net flow volume, the forward flow volume, backward flow volume, regurgitation fraction, peak flow velocity, and peak pressure gradient. If we look on the left-hand side on the report, we can also add the average flow velocity, the minimum and the maximum vessel area as well. Again, all those reports can be exported using the Export Results button.